Hello, everyone. Welcome back to DLM, Druggies Lives Matter. My offshoot, hmm, I don't know what to even call it. My offshoot of Black Lives Matter. This segment um, of my YouTube channel, Pot Smoker's Bible, is dedicated to the fighting the war on drugs, the propaganda. And I'm doing this series about the many reasons why the war on drugs is wrong, unethical, unmoral, unjustifiable, unwinnable, and needs to be done away with. And today's episode is about the basic underlying concept of the war on drugs that keeps it going, and that is the scapegoatism. Now, a lot of people are going to call me foul here because Christianity, in its most basic elements, is about scapegoatism. Jesus died for our sins. Therefore, our sins are forgiven. He's our scapegoat. We put all our sins on his head, and then he dies, and we're good. That's what a scapegoat is. And in modern society, the drug user is the scapegoat. We are the reason why the society has problems. We're supposed to be responsible for all the ills of society. But how, may I ask you, can drug use be responsible for homelessness? How can drug use be responsible for poverty? How can drug use be responsible for a divided nation that is at each other's throats? Well, it can't. But it has a contributing factor to each and every one of those elements. Not because the drug user is a problem, but because society has decided that the drug user is the scapegoat. My life sucks because the drug user uses drugs. It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that corporate America has taken over the government and has enslaved us all in the name of money. No, that's not a real thing. It's about the drug use. So drug use is such a terrible bad thing that we need to have cops kill them for the least provocation and get away with it. Because after all, they're drug users. And, bingo bonus, they're black or Hispanic or Asian or poor. That's just a bonus. It's like Death Race 2000. You get double points if they're pregnant. It's like, and that is how this society treats drug users. We are the target. We are the problem. Getting rid of us is the solution. So let's do a thought experiment. What would happen tomorrow if every drug user in the United States of America walked away? Now, according to society, everything would be perfect. The drug users would be gone. Society would have no problems because the drug users are the problems. But you see, they're not. The way our society runs right now, all the drug users are hunted down like criminals. They're put into prisons. They're made slaves of the state. And they're put into rehab facilities where they're attempted to be brainwashed back into the social order. And yet, we still have homeless people laying on the streets, sleeping in boxes, under bridges. Those people, not all of them are drug users. They're VA vets. They're abused victims. They're corporate victims. not drug users. That problem is still there. There is still abuse by the police, but only their target has changed because there's no longer drug users to target. So who are they going to target next? Drunken rednecks. We're still going to have the police that are still going to be a problem. We're still going to have the enslavement of the American people by the corporations. Because all of those jobs that used to be filled by the drug users are now all vacant. What is society going to do? How are all those people who don't know how to cook going to feed themselves when there's no more restaurants open? Because all the drug users work in the restaurants. And what about all those factory jobs that the drug users fill? No more motorcycles, no more cars. All that stuff is gone because why? Because drug users are smart enough to get around the piss tests, and they occupy jobs that you would think they don't occupy. So, when drug users walk away from society, society is going to shut down because there will be no manual laborers in sufficient numbers to uphold the social order. Because we are not the problem. We're the legs you stand on. And I'm going to prove it. Because one fine day, 420, I hope, maybe not this year, but maybe next year, 420, me and my people are going to go camping. We're just going to pack our bags, grab our kids, grab the old folks out of the nursing homes, and we're going to go. We're going to pitch our tents, and we're going to have a great big fucking party. The likes of which the world has never seen. Joy everywhere. No more enslavement at the hands of the government. No more enslavement at the hands of the corporations. No more bullying by the police. No more, ew, it's a drug user at every turn. No more will you be allowed to treat us as though we were the problem. We've never been your problem. In fact, we did not exist until the United States government made up the problem of drug use. That's how we were created. So how could we be the problem when we didn't exist prior to the problem? We are not, in any way, shape, or form, the justification for the ills of society. You cannot just say, drug users are the problem. Let's go after them. Go ahead. Because I guarantee you, the moment we walk away from you, you go down. Because we do the manual labor. We're the ones that make your pizzas. We make your supper. We make your breakfast. We make all that junk that you buy in the factories that you operate as slave labor to poor people who struggle to survive, hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck. You think we're the problem? Huh, I'm sorry, but you're going to see that we're not. We're the solution. We're the ones that feed you. We're the ones that grow your food. We manufacture your clothing. We're the ones that transport you from here to there and everything that you get from here to there. We are everywhere. We do everything. And without us, you don't have a leg to stand on. You don't have a food chain to rely on. Because we're responsible for the actual growing of the food, the producing of the food, the transporting of the food. Without us, you're nothing. And you're going to see that one day. Because when my people realize how true these words are, they're going to want to go camping. Because camping is fun, and America sucks. And because we're the actual labor force in this country, when we go camping, we will take all of our knowledge, all of our abilities, all of our skills with us. And we'll just start over from scratch. We'll Minecraft it. We'll pitch our little tents and we'll build our little homes and we'll provide our little gardens for ourselves. Because we can. Because we're not lazy. Because we're not stupid in the fundamental basics of how to survive. We don't have that option. You never gave it to us. So we've had to plant gardens to supplement our food because we can't afford the poison that you cram down our throats in boxes and cans and bags. So we'll grow our own food and we'll build healthier for it. We'll take our children out of your brainwashing institution called school. And we'll take your teachers because we are your teachers. And we will teach our children not only the basics of reading, writing, arithmetic, science, and mathematics, science and social skills, but we will teach them the basics of their chosen profession. And we'll do it without money. Because if you want to know the real, true problem of this country, of this entire society, it's money. That's your scapegoat. Get rid of money, you get rid of all your problems. Because my people, we're not the problem. We never were. We didn't even exist before your problem came up. In fact, it was your problem that created us in the first place. So we cannot be the scapegoat because we didn't exist when the problem started. So you will see when we realize within ourselves our true worth, you will see us as we truly are. The artisans and the professionals of this society, the best of this society, the most talented members of this society, the most motivated members of this society. That's who we are. And when we walk away from you, you'll fall like a house made of cards, blown by a gentlest of breezes, unable to sustain itself because it has no skills. It has no common sense or know-how. So while we are taking the basics of nature and creating for ourselves a wonderful place where we can be free, you'll be scrambling to figure out how you're going to eat tomorrow night because the restaurants are all closed and you don't know how to cook. So, we'll see who the scapegoat really is because we don't need you. And you're going to find out really soon that you cannot survive without us. So may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. And may they teach you right from wrong, and may you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect your truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Make that your guiltless when we get to Camp Zion. If you do drugs, stay happy and high. You have every right and reason to. Believe me, I know. I wrote 2 books. about it. My name is Zion. Love you way too much to say goodbye. So I'm going to say later now.